Okay, what I'd like to do first is to give you an idea of the key goals that we have for our session today, and then I'll take you through the agenda so you know exactly what to expect. Also want to keep in mind everyone should have a handout. I left some extra ones though. If you hear ideas, suggestions, recommendations that resonate with you, please capture them. I've included a space for target dates. Feel free to put target dates if you like to, but the key mechanism here is just for you to be able to capture some ideas that can help you in your particular roles and responsibilities and geo markets. Okay? Goals for today. One is to offer a biblical foundation for church partnership planning. Like everything we do in life, it's important to have a spiritual foundation. So we're going to go through a few guiding principles, biblical principles to guide our partnership planning process. Now keep in mind, most of the strategies and tactics that I'll share with you today, we'll discuss within the context of churches, but keep in mind that they're also applicable to donors, mobilizers, and any other partners that you may have. So gauge the information, assess, evaluate, and really apply it to meet the needs of you, your roles, responsibilities, and your geo market. Okay? Then I'll provide you with some practical tools for plan development, pragmatic recommendations for plan execution, and I thought, giving all honor to Curtis Hale, that I thought we'd develop our own new 3 E's. So for our, for our session today, it's going to be educational, empowering, and enjoyable. The last breakout session of the day, we're going to have fun too, okay? So is that all right with it? All right. So we're going to have fun, you guys. Agenda for today. I'll go over a couple of just quick housekeeping items. Then I'll share my testimony with you so you have a better idea of my personal and professional background. And then I'll go over those church planning principles, the biblical scriptures, so that we're entrenched in that before we start talking about the strategies and tactics. We'll spend the majority of our time on church partnership plan development and execution, and then finally end up with next steps and Q&A. My goal is to do my best to finish about 5 to 10 minutes early so that we have time for questions and answers. But keep in mind, I will be available after the breakout session. If you have opportunities relative to your geo market that you'd like to discuss, I will also be available during the remainder of the conference too. So feel free to get my attention. I'd be happy to talk with you about your opportunities and your particular roles and responsibilities. Okay? Housekeeping. Does everyone know where the restrooms are? Straight out the door, down here, to the right. Okay. And then please, please, please put your cell phones on vibrate or silence if they're not already on that too, so it's not disturbed the session. And next, my testimony. I was born and raised in Dayton, Ohio. Any Ohioans? Yes. My brother, his last name is Stewart as well, too. It's so funny. You know, you've heard the term PK, preacher's kid. Well, I was a PN, preacher's niece. Born and raised in Reverend Tommy L. Stewart's church, my uncle, St. Timothy Missionary Baptist Church, and he has been pastoring for 42 years. He's still pastoring today in Dayton. So I grew up in the church, grew up in a Christian household, have a younger brother, and our parents always expressed the importance of higher education. So when it was time to go to college, actually went out to UC Berkeley to do my undergrad, zigzagged across the country to Atlanta, did my master's program at Clark Atlanta University, and then went further south later and got my doctorate at Nova Southeastern University in Fort Lauderdale. So I grew up in a household where the philosophy at the time was go to school to get a good job. So my plan was to do that, get with corporate America. I've been very blessed to work with some wonderful organizations. Bell South Corporation, the Coca-Cola Company, Hostess Brands, you know, really great organization.